Hello, one and all. Welcome back to Gabriel Knight 3. There's Gabriel, and there's his knight, Grace. So we have a lot of work to do ahead of us, namely solving puzzles.
I visit the tomb of the celebrated painter Poussin and, like the shepherds, puzzle at the enigma of the tomb. My brain pounds, the light burns my eyes. It is all too mixed up to tell. Teniers, too, has dipped his brush in the earth, and his at the innermost places of the queen. Here is the sign that Teniers has given in his innocent recluse. Surely, there is a path between the two.
Shepherds, eh?
I can't believe what happened last night. Well, it was a long time coming. Oh, God.
Don't call me Shirley. Yeah, last time Gabriel here had a nightmare about the night visitors that were trying to attack Grace, but then he woke up from it. We're not even sure if it was a nightmare, it could have been real. And then he decided to give her the amulet, and well, pretty much they bumped ugly. Did the wild mambo, the hunka chunka.
I really don't want to do that.
But now that she's awake,
It's the keys to the Harley. Yep, you bet. Look at all these genealogy charts. It's about the bloodline. I wonder where he found it.
from a place you wouldn't even imagine, the ground.
Those two paintings are mentioned again. I really need to get a hold of them.
Yes, we do. We know where to go. At least we think so. Can we actually take any fingerprints of that? I don't think we need to.
It probably just has Gabriel's prints on it.
Yours now, since you touched it. We have, like I said, many things to do. But first... as per usual.
I think Jean's a little over-involved with his guests. I can't say I blame him. There's not much going on with the locals.
At least he's not pushing them. You know, to have more conversation and all.
Library. It's a bookstore. Looks like something Gabriel would write.
Anybody up there? Yeah, looks like the Abbé is up. That we are going to the museum. Any day.
Madame Girard, the museum lady. Excuse me.
Yes?
Do you know anything about an envelope taped to your door last night?
Pardon, an envelope? What kind of an envelope?
A large manila envelope.
I did not notice such a thing when I left last night. Perhaps Mademoiselle is thinking of a different door?
Oh, yeah, that must be it. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely a different door because there's so many doors on top of stairs.
Oh, postcards.
She's so excited.
Yeah, they've got some nice postcards of the town and valley. Oh, it's David Tenier's The Temptation of St. Anthony. There are 2 Tenier postcards. That makes sense, since no one knows which St. Anthony Saunier was interested in. Maybe I should take them both.
$10.
That's a postcard of Tenier's St. Anthony and St. Paul.
I'm glad that she just keeps 10 franc bills in her back pocket.
It's a postcard of Poussin's painting Le Berger d'Arcadie.
Yeah, but Mark.
Yeah, they've got some nice postcards of the town and valley. Yeah, they've got some nice postcards of the town. That postcard is just a scenic shot. It's not going to help me with the treasure map.
Now that we've got the paintings, so to speak, let's return to the hotel. This is not the hotel. That is the hotel. Hide a daughter. Poussin.
I should see if Sydney can do anything with it.
Open file. Let's go with the Poussin first. Start analysis. Geometry and zoom and clarify. Alright. A hexagram shape with two triangles. Also not a Star of David. Et in Arcadia ego. Now let's open up. Analysis did not find any encoded references in the image. So 10 years to 1 is a dud.
It found something.
Geometry and zoom
This
and clarify.
must be the one Saunier copied from the Louvre.
Diagonal junctions with edge of painting indicate a square. Implicit angles indicate tilt of square.
That's the map geometry, all right. The tilted square and the meridian. I already have those on the map. So this painting is related to the mystery. Maybe the artist put more clues in here.
And it would be the zoom and clarify. Second Chronicles 3. Retrieve verse? Yes. Good old modem sounds.
It's the instructions for the building of the Temple of Solomon.
That's my thinking sound effect. The modem. Then Solomon began to build the house of the Lord at Jerusalem in Mount Moriah, where the Lord appeared unto David his father, in the place that David had prepared in the threshing floor of Oman the Jebusite. And he began to build in the 2nd day of the 2nd month, in the 4th year of his reign. Now these are the things wherein Solomon was instructed for the building of the house of God. The length by cubits after the first measure was 60 cubits, and the breadth 20 cubits. Alright. Shepherds. What if I look up shepherds? Can I find anything? Arcadia is a mythological place of pastoral serenity and beauty, shepherds and nymphs. It is a fictional place popular in the 16th century, though its name may come from a pastoral area of Greece called Arcadia. A standard feature of Arcadian scenes is a bubbling stream emerging from the ground. This underground stream represents hidden knowledge such as the Pythagorean, Gnostic, Kabbalistic, and Hermetic traditions. Arcadia itself represents the naive state of man, blissful but ignorant apparatus without this knowledge apparatus. As the apparatus is bubbling apparatus, the stream's bubbling emergence shows forbidden knowledge always sooner or later comes to light. Hey, Spicky. These concepts are somewhat related to the Tree of Knowledge and the Garden of Eden. On the other hand, esoterists might argue that the true Eden represented by Arcadia can only come about once the stream surfaces, as it does in the paintings, and is allowed to flow freely, i.e. once the hidden knowledge or secret becomes known. The Tree of Knowledge and its fruit, the forbidden fruit, are taken literally by some Christian sects as real elements of the once existed Garden of Eden. In the Bible, Eve eats of the fruit after being tempted by Satan and then urges her own sin upon the hapless Adam. After eating the fruit, they are both suddenly aware of their nakedness and become ashamed. As punishment for eating the fruit God forbade, they are exiled from Eden. This story can be read symbolically to imply that it is man's intellect that expels him from the simple natural world that belongs to the animal kingdom and the rest of creation, i.e. Eden. The symbol of the Tree of Knowledge has become meaningful to several cult and esoteric societies, no longer as an object of man's downfall, but rather as an object to be desired and striven for. Why would God deny mankind knowledge? In this capacity, Satan, or more often called by these groups Lucifer, or Lightbringer, is the revered bearer of knowledge, hero instead of opponent. They reasoned that if man had the knowledge God would deny them, and they might become gods themselves. Immortality has also been associated at times with the forbidden fruit. Alright, let's think.
10 too has dipped his brush in the earth. Poussin's painting is based on a real location around here. Could 10 be also?
Could be.
If the Poussin painting is based on a real location, the 10 must be also. Otherwise, why would Leo say there was a path between the two? I should take the postcard out around the valley, see if I can find it.
Take the postcard out into the valley.
St. Anthony and St. Paul by David Tenier.
That was the one with the geometry. I mean, if that's Blanchefort up there, can't really tell what angle that is. Well, let's take a ride.
Yeah, Mose gave me his key last night, in case I changed my mind.
I get the feeling you should have.
It's locked, no doubt, but I do have his key.
Well, he's asleep.
There's nothing in there I want to touch. Everything looks sticky.
Especially that can of soda that he left inside the case.
This place is disgusting.
What do you expect from a lone man?
That's a lot smaller than the desk in our room. There's that gold blazer he always used to wear. I'd almost succeeded in forgetting that thing. Yeah, it's everywhere but the garbage can. Excuse me.
What? Just, you know, and it's not that you're a woman that I would try to make you clean up the place. Just sensible things to do. Clean up the place.
No, I don't see any sign of prints. It's an armoire, like the one in our room. Empty. Not surprising. He couldn't be expected to actually, like, open the door every time he wanted to get something.
Yeah, why do that when you got a perfectly good floor? I mean, just look at that. It's perfect. Just do exactly this. Just throw everything into a pile.
This place is disgusting. This place is disgusting. Oh, God. I really don't want to touch it. I think I'll just look around first.
Alright.
Nada. I think I'm relieved. Oh, God. I really don't want to touch it. I think I'll just look around first. This place is disgusting. Oh, there's nothing under here except... underwear.
Who throws their underwear under the bed? I mean, it's not that kind of underwear. I don't think you have a choice anymore.
I guess I have to, don't I? Aha! Gabriel was telling me about this device he saw Mosley using a few days ago. Oh, I hope this is it. And I hope it does what I think it does.
What do you mean few days ago? You mean 2 days ago. It's only the 3rd day.
Maybe I can pinpoint locations out in the valley with this, using coordinates from Sydney.
Sleep well, Mosley. All I wanted was the Easter egg, and he decided to move, and now we can't see it. Whoopee. But we can hear it. Such a weird Easter egg. And then again, all the Easter eggs are weird in this because you activate them by using a cheat code. I'll go get the Harley.
I'll go get the bike.
Bike. It's almost an insult to call it a bike. Here we are at the Hermitage.
The exact center of the circle is right around here somewhere. This device might help me locate the exact center of the circle.
Also, why is there an Easter egg on you?
That's me, the trusty sidekick.
All right. What coordinates are we trying to find here? Two, 18 to 47, 54, 56. 18 to 47.
I should be able to locate any point on this map out in the valley by using these numbers and the coordinate fixing device I got from Mosley.
Definitely in.
There's something taped to the wall. Where did the bloodline of the pharaohs go? Look to he who is legendary for his wisdom to find the answer. How bizarre. I mean, who would leave such a thing? And why?
Maybe we can find some fingerprints on it. That'll tell us who.
I don't think that would accomplish anything. No, I don't see any sign of prints. I can't scan that into Sydney. How bizarre. I mean, who would leave such a thing? And why? Where did the bloodline of...
Look to he who knows the answers. I don't know who he...
The rock formation. It's just like the one in the 10 years painting. 10 years was painting the center of the circle. The rock formation matches the one in 10 years St. Anthony and St. Paul. In the Tenier painting, St. Paul is pointing northeast, towards Mount Cardew.
Mount Cardew. There we go. X marks the spot. Now start digging. There are two kinds of people in this world. Those who have the gun, and those who dig. You dig.
I should go get the shovel.
Note to self, show the other
It doesn't look
nameless
too
one.
promising, but I guess I have to try.
Nameless one, the Westerns.
This is ridiculous. I can't dig that far on my own.
that again.
Besides, I doubt the treasure is going to be that easy to find. I still have the rest of Les Serpents Rouges to decipher. I'll take it when I go back to the bike.
Then go back to the bike.
That moped has 2 sets of binoculars.
Yoink.
They hardly need 2 pairs of binoculars. I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
And also, I don't think they would even care. I don't think they use their binoculars for anything anyway.
Gabe's the psychic one. Gabe's the psychic one.
Meow.
Got the paintings and I figured out where they are on the map. But Leo says surely there is a path between the 2. Got the paintings and I figured out where they are on the map. But Leo says surely there is a path between the 2.
And don't call me Shirley. So what I need is to clear out the points that I don't need. And enter points. First we need is l'Hermitage. It's Poussin's Tomb and L'Hermitage.
Wow. Look at that. It hits the meridian at exactly the same spot as the sunrise line.
Yep, it's all converging on that one spot. And now that we hear the clock, it means things have changed outside. Let's go see how they've changed. I mean, at this point, it would mean that the people have woken up. And I would imagine that they're having breakfast.
Signore Bukele, is it just me or does he seem particularly out of place here? Must be those black socks.
No, trust me, it's something even bigger. Ask Gabriel.
Signore Bukele, good morning.
Buongiorno.
Are you enjoying the tour so far?
It is what I expected.
Really? Well, you have quite an imagination then, seeing as how we found 2 dead bodies yesterday.
Those who live by the sword die by the sword. Conspiracy and subterfuge, they carry a penalty. But a young lady such as yourself need not be troubled by such things.
What makes you think those 2 are involved in conspiracy and subterfuge?
They were in Rennes-le-Château and they were murdered. It does not take a genius to make such a leap of intuition.
Also, you got the quote wrong. It's do you die by the sword or do you live by the die? That's the proper quote.
Mosley looks like hell this morning. We didn't stay up that late.
Hey, Grace, you want to join me?
No, I'm not really hungry.
Coffee? Have a seat.
That's okay. I'm kind of, getting some stuff done this morning.
Are you okay?
Sure.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You, still got my key?
You want it back? 'Cause
No, go ahead and keep it, in case you want to get away somewhere private, since you're sharing a room and all.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice of him to look after her. I mean, he cares about her a lot more than Gabriel seems to.
Meow.
I'll go get the bike.
Was it Lemert that I needed to go next to? Was it Lemert? Just check outside. There's nobody here, it seems. I heard a noise. Well, hello, redhead. Isn't that where Mosley was digging?
That's nice. Madeline in a ditch. Couldn't have visualized it better myself.
Maybe you should get the shovel and start burying her in.
Having fun?
It's you.
That's what it says on my birth certificate.
Have you seen that podgy
It
friend
does?
of yours
It's you?
lately?
Mosley?
Oui, Monsieur Mosley. He's been a naughty boy.
I've seen him.
Did he happen to look pleased about something?
You mean, did he dig up the treasure last night? I doubt it.
Putain de merde.
Excuse me, what was that?
Nothing.
Bitch
Why
of
don't
shit.
you run along? And if you see your friend, tell him I want to speak with him.
Sure. I'll get right on that.
She didn't say piece of shit. She said bitch of shit. That's what she called you. You're a bitch and a shit at the same time. Or maybe she was talking about Mosley. Can't really tell about Madeline.
Meow.
Meow. And also, wee. Alright, have we moved on in the Le Serpent Rouge from Leo? Yes, we're at the Virgo.
16 form the center, and the center forms 16. I pray to St. Paul for direction, and he answers with a simple gesture. Here is the reconstruction to which so many noble minds were dedicated. I look to the Book of the Hermit for reassurance. The numbers they give me confirm the truth. What strange mystery is concealed in the new Temple of Solomon, built by the children of St. Vincent?
Alright, Temple of Solomon, St. Vincent. Dictionary symbols or floor plan. Freemasonry internet links.
Crap. I hope the link comes up soon.
Data Temple of Solomon floor plan could not be retrieved. Link down. A request entered for data to be sent as soon as the host is back online. This legendary temple was built in Jerusalem around 950 BC. You don't need to type anything, Grace. You're already reading the text. Never mind. And at the initiation of King Solomon and remained the centerpiece of Jewish faith until it was destroyed by the Romans. It is said to be based on Egyptian temple design, and this may be true, for the Bible readily admits that the chief architect was loaned to Solomon by an Egyptian pharaoh. The temple layout was given to Solomon by God, as related in 2 Chronicles 3rd chapter. The length was 120 cubits and the width 30 cubits, thus giving it a 4:1 long rectangular shape. See temple diagram. The temple has become a living symbol for several occult groups. To the alchemist, being in the temple represents a state of mind as a place of mystical reflection and knowledge. The Freemasons have adopted the temple as a keystone of their rituals, their philosophy, and even the physical layout of their lodges. The idea of rebuilding the Temple of Solomon has been a stated goal, with the full range of interpretation from spiritual to literal of many ethnic, esoterical, and occult groups through the ages. The original Temple of Solomon in Jerusalem held the greatest treasures of the Jews, including the Ark of the Covenant, the tables of is it supposed to be tablets? Tables work as well. Tables of Moses, the famous 10-branch golden candelabra, and the sacred records and writings of the Jewish people. All right. Right, St. Vincent. That's the other one. Who's that? St. Vincent.
I wonder if the children of St. Vincent would be heretics. That could mean either the Cathars or the Templars.
A theologian who lived in the 5th century and wrote a definitive book on how to define heresy and heretics. I see.
Solomon's first wife was a pharaoh's daughter. Of course, the pharaoh's bloodline went into the house of David.
Solomon was a king of Israel, not Israel, 1000 BC, renowned for his wisdom. He was the son of David and Bathsheba, an illicit and adulterous liaison. The Solomon fell the great task of building a temple to Jehovah. Although his father David dreamt of this task and made many of the preliminary arrangements, Jehovah told David he would not be allowed to actually build the temple because he had shed blood. The honor therefore went to his son and successor Solomon. Solomon was famous even beyond the bounds of Israel and had many wives, both Hebrew and foreign. He even married Pharaoh's daughter. He is the alleged author of the Song of Solomon about his Egyptian bride and Ecclesiastes. For reasons that are not entirely clear, Solomon is a key figure in various non-Hebrew religions and societies where the Temple of Solomon has taken on mythical symbolic overtones. See, for example, Freemasons. The Seal of Solomon is a 6-pointed star or hexagram. The Seal of Solomon is a 6-pointed star. See also hexagram. 6-pointed star. This symbol has had many meanings over the centuries. In the Gnostic tradition, it represented duality, and it was usually shown as one white upward pointed triangle superimposed by one dark downward pointed triangle. In other words, like the Chinese Tao, it was a symbol of the equality or duality of light and dark, spiritual and matter, yin and yang, Jedi and Sith, good and evil, fire and water. It was later adopted by the Rosicrucians and became their symbol for man's nature or the soul. Whereas the pentagram is normally associated with Satanism, the hexagram is associated with spirit. The six-pointed star is also the seal of Solomon, and as such has become the symbol of the Jewish faith. The belief in a spirit form that survives death is almost universal, although its ultimate fate is a matter of dispute. The human soul is often represented by an egg, or in some occult traditions, by the hexagram. The Cathars represented the soul as a white and black triangle overlapped, which formed a hexagram. The black and white divisions indicated the Cathar notion for duality, that the soul consisted in equal parts of the divine and of earthbound or carnal yearnings. That was a lot of reading.
Matches the shadow on Wilkes' seismic map.
So that's the Temple of Solomon. Let's see. Libra.
And still, my task has not ended. Still, a bit of curtain blocks the light. Something must complete the message. Something which will give us entry into the abyss. Truth and falsehood battle in my head until I hear their message. It is the number of our patron sky traveler and that of a famous seal. The soul of the matter is evident to me now. At the intersection of the many, I lay down one rigid arm, and the others scatter around the crown like jewels. At last, the queen is adorned for her coronation. Libra is definitely talking about a hexagram. The battle of truth and falsehood is the Cathar black and white hexagram. Plus, it represents the soul, and it's the seal of Solomon. At the intersection of the many, I lay down one rigid arm. Libra is definitely talking about a hexagram. The battle of truth and falsehood is the Cathar black and white hexagram. Plus, it represents the soul, and it's the seal of Solomon. I'm sure a hexagram goes on the map next. I need to figure out where. Libra is definitely talking about a hexagram. The battle of truth and falsehood is the Cathar black and white hexagram. Plus, it represents the soul, and it's the seal of Solomon. And still, my task has not ended. Still, a bit of Libra is definitely talking.
I think we're ready to use the hexagram. Hey, Neo Venom. you doing?
I lay down one rigid arm and the rest scatter around the crown like jewels. Yes, that's it! I'll write down the coordinates for the northeast and southwest arms. Those two lie within the temple walls.
You should play this. It's a great game. Everyone should play this game. She's a fast typer. I don't think your computer can, follow. Nice tidy whitey is there, Mr. Knight.
Oh, so you're up.
Yeah, kinda inevitable. So, did you have breakfast?
No, but I think I'll go down. I mean, while you shower and all that. I'll just get out of your hair,
Hello?
so...
Hello? Did somebody die?
Hey, Mose.
Yeah, hi. What's up?
Does anyone else hear Twilight Zone music, or is it just me?
No, it's definitely Twilight Zone in here.
What's this?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Where'd you find it?
Our friend Larry Chester buried it last night. Or should I say, Larry Sinclair.
Sinclair, huh? Son of a bitch.
It's about the Stewart bloodline.
Did you read it then?
I just skimmed it. I've been working on the treasure
Oh.
map.
Well, would you mind reading it? I've got to figure out why Sinclair lied and why he felt compelled to play Jolly Roger last night.
Say, I'll read it, if you're busy with the map, that is.
Grace will do it. Why the hell are you so interested anyway?
Just trying to be helpful. Jeez, fine. I'll just go.
Wait. Grace, I'll grab a shower later, so, the room's all yours.
God! Get a grip, Knight.
Awkward.
Christ, you retard. This better not be about what I think it's about. Oh, shit. I'm going to my room. Come by later if you want to talk about it.
It's Jean, the receptionist.
Oh, I tell you, Jean, I feel it. Something is wrong.
Perhaps Monsieur Wilkes spends the night with another guest.
No, I have already cleaned Mademoiselle Butan's room, and where else could he have been? The American girl stays with her boss. As for the Lady Howard and Estelle...
Enough, Roxanne! Lock the door and touch nothing. We shall see if Monsieur Wilkes returns.
Oui, Jean.
Oui, Monsieur Knight?
I noticed y'all coming in here. Is Mr. Wilkes okay?
Oh, I hope so.
Shh! Everything is fine, Monsieur. Not to worry your head. Roxanne here, she's only a little bit cautious.
Oh, oui. I'm sure everything is fine.
Come. We will leave the room for Monsieur Wilkes' return. Roxanne, back to work. And Monsieur, thank you for the so kindly made offer of assistance.
Hey, no prob. It's a supply closet. Excuse me, Roxanne?
Ah, Monsieur Knight, do you need something?
I believe this has something to do with housework. Never used one myself. You must be confusing me with Roger Wilco.
I'll have you know that Roger Wilco doesn't use a broom, he uses a mop. You know, the thing in here.
I believe it's a medieval torture device.
It's a mop. You know, the thing that Roger Wilco uses.
Look, Inspector. It was the med with the cleaning products in the supply room.
Nice reference to your own movie there, Tim Curry.
Hey, come on. Last night wasn't that bad.
Oh yeah, you should pour it in your eyes instead and in your crotch, right?
Look, Inspector. Funny, it looks so much more shapely on Roxanne. Doing drag is definitely not in my contract.
Hey, if Roger Wilco can do it, you could do.
And I thought the French maid in Clue had big, feather dusters.
I mean, you should know. I mean, you were in the movie, and it's Colleen Camp who has big feather dusters. Bigger than Roxanne's, for sure. Not creepy at all. Especially the tie-up part.
Still on that one, are we? 2 words. Get help. Say, Roxanne, my pants are a little dirty. Would you be able to clean them for me?
Oh, oui, certainly. Just leave them with me.
Well, gee, I was kind of hoping you'd do it while I wait.
But, monsieur, you would not be wearing any pants.
Call me Gabriel.
Oh, Monsieur Knight, you joke with me, no?
Yeah, I'm a kidder. About Mr. Wilkes, you know something? I've learned to trust a woman's instincts.
You have?
Sure. So, what got you upset this morning?
Oh, monsieur, I am very afraid for Mr. Wilkes. This morning his window, it is wide open, and things in his room, they are not right. Usually, I find his nightclothes on the floor, yes? But this morning, there is no sign of them, and his razor and toothbrush, they have not been used. It is as if he never got up this morning, yet he is not there.
Gee, that sounds bad. Why don't you let me take a look?
I don't know.
Roxanne, this could be serious. Mr. Wilkes would want us to make sure he's not in any trouble.
I agree. That is why I go to Jean. But he thinks I have the big, imagination.
Personally, I've learned never to underestimate a woman.
Monsieur. All right, I will show you. Follow me. Please, Monsieur Knight, if Monsieur Wilkes returns, do not tell him I let you in, yes?
I won't, thanks.
Mum's the word. Wilkes will never know that we were in there. Any monsters hiding under there? I mean,
The
you would know.
springs are a bit overworked, but other than that...
You would know since you're a Schottenjäger.
Nothing in there but dirty laundry. It's wide open, all right. Creepy. It reminds me of my dream.
I don't see any signs of forced entry on the window. I don't see any signs of forced. I thought he had more papers and stuff lying around. Wilkes's keys are still here, so he couldn't have left town. I don't see anything. I don't need Wilkes's moped.
Guess there's nothing else to look at. Really kind of pointless to be here. We've seen enough. He's definitely hasn't left town because he left his moped key behind, and the window is wide open. Mysterious indeed.
Get in here. I'm listening.
The Moose guy doesn't look very happy with me. Then again, I've had more admirable moments.
Well, here comes the conversation.
Well, I really did it this time.
I knew it. You did, didn't you? Did you?
Yeah.
Christ!
Ah, come on. How about some support here?
So what happened anyway? When she left here last night, she didn't want anything to do with you.
Well, it was an accident.
Right. You're the only guy I know who could accidentally end up in bed with the most beautiful woman for 50 miles.
What about Madeline?
What about Madeline? She's. You know, you got kind of a reverse rose-colored glasses thing going on. Must be your fear of commitment affecting your optical nerves. Grace is beautiful. She's nice. She's smart. She's funny. You ought to have your head examined. And besides which, I ought to break your neck for hurting her feelings. Did you get a look at her face this morning?
No, knock it off. I feel bad enough. I just don't know how to act. I mean, God, she's like my sister or something.
Aw. Well, I suppose you could try to talk to her about your feelings, get it all out in the open.
Nah.
I'll tell you what. Just pretend it never happened.
Oh.
Really? Just act like nothing happened. Try it.
Okay.
Well, definitely friends for a long time since they know how to act around each other. Ugh. Men, am I right? Oh, now we got the bookstore music.
She looks really busy reading that manuscript. I wouldn't want to break her concentration.
Oh, don't worry. I'll break it for you. You just stand back while she does this.
I should probably put this in our suspect database.
Definitely should. Wilk print. And Joe Wilkes. Wilk print. And link.
That analyze stuff is Gracie's thing. You know how women get when you tread on the turf?
Or when you accidentally put your wiener into her buns. Like you said, it was an accident. Larry Poot. Ba-ba-ba-ba. There we go. All links done. I think that was all the evidence we needed to put into Sydney anyway. Here we are. Alright. Nobody around. Ah, Madeline is back.
Meow.
Meow.
I believe that's Wilkes' bike.
Well, he didn't take the key, so makes sense that it would be here. It looks like Lady Howard and Estelle are on the move, and somebody else. One of the red bikes is gone.
That's Buccelli's bike.
It's Emilio. Mr. Baz is on the move. There he is. Or at least there's his bike. I wonder why he's visiting Poussin's too.
Wonder what Emilio's doing here.
That's what I was asking.
Hi, Emilio.
Hello, Mr. Knight.
So, what you doing up here?
Just looking for a quiet spot to meditate.
Funny. Most people prefer Tour Magdala or Blanchefort to, meditate.
Do they? This location, too, has its benefits, you know.
I would say so. I mean, it's a peaceful place and it's off the side of the road. I mean, he only has the tomb to look at, but that's what makes it more peaceful than any other place. Oh, right. I forgot about something at Poussin's tomb.
Somebody wrote wuss. Must have been looking at Mosley at the time.
Yes.
I was just on the bike. I'm not tired. If there were two of those, I could make a fire.
Two sticks together make a fire. Knock, knock, Mr. Sinclair.
I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, I think you do, Mr. Sinclair.
Perhaps you had better come in. I've learned that you were, in fact, hired by Prince James.
Good.
But that doesn't excuse your prying into my affairs. You've destroyed my cover.
See now, That's the problem with secrets and lies. It's impossible to tell which ones might
Hey,
be relevant
girl.
until you dig them up and take a good whiff.
That's between you and Prince James. But I can tell you that you're treading on thin ice. This is a delicate situation. You might find yourself in very hot water indeed.
I'm getting confused. Am I supposed to watch out for thin ice or hot water?
Very amusing, I'm sure. We'll see how your cavalier attitude serves you with the prince. Now, what is it that you want?
I mean, the thing with this game is that there are many moments that are extremely missable. Like, if you don't know that they're happening, you might always miss them. Timed events everywhere. No, that is not David Warner, Blue Moon Empress. That's Corey Burton. He sounds like David Warner, but it's not him. It's Corey Burton. I wish it was David Warner, though. At least I remember it being Corey Burton. Because I looked up his main name so many times, you know. Just looked up the names of the actors for the game so many times. Kind of stuck to my head that it has to be Corey Burton. Now I'm doubting my memory, so I'm looking it up. Shouldn't take too long. I only have to go through 606 results. He's acted in 505 roles throughout the years. And Corey Burton has been doing voice acting since the 90s. 80s, he was in Transformers. And Disney's Gummy Bears. And so many other places. Yep, that is Corey Burton. And also apparently Miss Me. Prince James's butler bodyguard, apparently. Oh.
I wanted to talk to you about your Bloodline manuscript.
How did you know about that?
I followed you last night and dug it up.
You... what? This is outrageous.
I hope you can appreciate my motivation. I was in the room when Prince James's son was taken. There's very little I wouldn't do to find him.
I can't fathom why an outsider like you was hired in the first place. It's absurd. But now that you've seen my manuscript, I hope you finally comprehend that I am not the kidnapper.
It's not incriminating in that regard, no.
Where is the manuscript?
It's all
You didn't remove it, did you?
I didn't think it was good for it, being out in that damp ground and all.
You must return it at once.
Yeah, I will. But it's at the hotel at the moment, though.
Mr. Knight, I suggest you bring it back here immediately. Because if anything happens to that manuscript, Prince James will be very displeased.
I will. No
Very
problem.
displeased.
Prince James implied that the kidnapping was political. Would the manuscript have anything to do with it?
It could. There are those who take exception to the idea of Prince James being on the throne.
The throne? What throne?
Never mind.
Do you know Montreux, the owner of the local vineyard?
I know of him, of course. It's a small area.
Is he one of yours by any chance?
A Freemason? No. At least he's not Scottish Rite.
Yeah, that's because he's a French man. Oops.
Here's what I don't get. Why are you working on the manuscript here? Obviously, you don't need the Templar vibes.
There's usually one of us in the area, just to keep an eye out.
For what? Treasure hunters?
For anything.
What?
But why you?
There is a certain opposition to the manuscript. The work on it was to be done discreetly.
And you figured they'd never suspect you'd work on it here.
Something like that. Of course, you've quite destroyed my anonymity.
Well, excuse me, princess. Throne? What throne? Never mind. Well, gotta be vague. I mean, he's asking the big questions. Can't tell everything to Gabriel.
The manuscript promotes Prince James as king of what? Scotland?
Oh, it doesn't promote him as anything, per se. It simply lays out the genealogies. He's clearly the best candidate.
Best candidate for what? Are you talking about Scottish independence?
Rule the world.
No. In our modern world, Scotland is a very small principality indeed.
England?
The Stuarts have vowed they'd never accept the English throne.
Well, what then?
It's not for me to say.
I also like it that in their database it says that he is British, when you can clearly tell that he is Scottish. They need to fix the, the profile on Sydney. That is Larry Sinclair, and he is Scottish.
Well, I could keep asking him stuff, but I have the feeling he wouldn't tell me anything.
Apparently, it's not his place to tell you the truth.
I have to go.
As you wish.
It is not my wish. It is by your command. Tick tock, tick tock, tick 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 tock, tick tick tock. British is just a bigger umbrella, but I do agree that it's a simplification to label him just as British. Yeah. No time to meow the rooster. And no time to make you go jump in the air. Oh, hey, Mosley.
Ah!
What are you doing?
I was just gonna talk to Grace, but she's in the shower.
Huh.
So, see ya.
I'll
Hey, Alan.
catch up with you later.
Madeline?
Oh, Monsieur Mosley.
Yeah, straight into
This
those
place is a fruit bin.
fruit bin. I'll go get the
I'll go get the
Harley. De la merde. Yet again. There is a hole in the ground.
Mosley must be in better shape than he looks.
Well, well, well. What do we see here? Them footprints.
That's a big old Wilkes-size footprint.
I mean, that's a huge footprint.
Oh, shit. I found Wilkes.
Or what's left of him.
He's been completely drained, just like the two dead Freemasons.
Finish games week on Steam? Alright.
It's from Wilkes to his publisher. He must have been worried about someone seeing it, so he took it to bed with him. Apparently, he was right to be paranoid.
Ah, the blood.
Either the Red Cross had an accident here, or I found Wilkes' missing blood. Knee indentations. Just like at the armchair. God. I'd rather not, thanks.
At least now we know where Wilkes is. Dead.
Bonjour.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
She's just hanging out, isn't she? Signore Buccelli. Italian. Hey, that girl's a worker, isn't she?
Much better at it than you.
Did you check out the Bloodline manuscript?
Yeah, pretty interesting. Where do you want me to start?
What's the manuscript say about the bloodline?
The bloodline thing is major. The descendants of Jesus are called Disposini. Their symbol is the unicorn.
Unicorn?
Mm-hmm. Supposedly, the horn represents the male phallic symbol, and the unicorn itself represents the fertile Jesus.
Well, no wonder the Catholic Church had a conniption. But is there any way this bloodline thing could be legit?
Well, there's no reason why Jesus shouldn't have married and had children, unless you believe any kind of sex is a sin. Personally, I don't. And you certainly don't.
That's just the line I feed Catholic girls, but go on.
Uh-huh. And it's the kind of thing the early church might have suppressed, if for no other reason than to make sure the bishops of the church had all the power and not the descendants.
That explains how it might be possible, but it's hardly proof.
True, but if it's all a myth, it's a very old myth. The royal arms of Scotland show a Davidic line of Judah, Disposinic unicorn, and the Jewish fleur-de-lis, so they've believed they were Disposini from the Middle Ages at least.
That's a long belief.
What's the manuscript say about the Freemasons?
The manuscript came right out and said that the original split between the Templars and the Priory of Sion was over the bloodline. The Priory wanted to support certain French families of Merovingian descent, while the Templars supported the emerging Stuart dynasty. I think it's pretty clear that the Freemasons and the Priory are still fighting over the same issue.
Now that's a long fight.
Does Sinclair mention the Holy Grail in the manuscript?
The Grail represents the bloodline and a kind of noblesse oblige duty to serve mankind. But also, remember what you heard on the train? You heard the kidnapper say Sangreal.
Yeah?
The manuscript says the words Holy Grail were actually a mistranslation. The original phrase wasn't Sangreal or Holy Grail, but Sang-Real.
Sang-Real? What's that mean?
Blood royal, or royal blood. The Holy Grail is the bloodline, Gabriel. That's what's so creepy.
Wow. I wonder if that's what they were saying on the train. It's royal blood.
That's what I've been wondering.
Kinda brings the whole vampire theory back onto the playing field, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm still not sure I see the connection between Sinclair and Prince James's men.
The manuscript did mention Prince James. It traced the various branches of the bloodline all the way down to the present day. It was obviously making the point that the Stuarts have the largest, purest amount of the blood, and Prince James is mentioned as the current Stuart heir.
Ah. That's why even Sinclair said that he would be the best candidate. Because of the purity.
Did you get the impression that the manuscript was trying to set Prince James up for something?
It certainly went to great lengths about his pedigree. I guess the royal families find that terribly irrelevant.
What about rulership? Did it mention anything about a throne?
Yeah, actually. It talked about the European Union a lot. How any system of government ideally has both a parliament and a monarchy. You don't think they're trying to... No.
Position the House of Stuart as monarchs over the EU. Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're trying to do.
Oh, God. No wonder Sinclair is hiding out here.
I think they should do it because right now EU needs all the help that they can get. They're making bad decisions again. Somebody needs to bunk them on the head.
Is there,
That's enough of
is there
politics.
anything more in there about the unicorn imagery?
A bit. You know all those medieval tapestries that show a unicorn in a garden or a unicorn being hunted?
Yeah.
Supposedly, they all represent the Desposini being suppressed by the church.
Oh. Guess what I found today?
What?
Wilkes's corpse.
What?
I found him at L'Homme Mort. Looks like they took him right out of his room last night.
Oh my God.
Creepy, isn't it? They were in the hotel. Weird, 'cause I was dreaming about them. That's why I,
Well, how was Wilkes killed?
just like Prince James's men. Throat cut, blood drained into a pool.
God. What am I, cursed or something? I spent the entire day in the car with Mallory and McDougal, and then last night I had dinner with Wilkes, and...
What was his big theory, anyway?
He had a seismic survey done. They show hollow areas, and he had uncovered a big one. It makes sense, actually, because I've been working on this riddle called Le Serpent Rouge.
Sure, you keep working on that. I've got some ideas of my own to follow up.
Fine.
That doesn't sound like a moped.
Oh, that's a car. And also, don't worry, Grace. Gabriel will listen when it's time. Not right now, but...
Damn! It's Prince James. Where's the manuscript? I've got to get it back to Larry before he runs to his boss and complains.
It was right here. I left it on the table when I went to take my shower.
Ooh, don't tell me that, Grace. Grace?
Somebody must have taken it.
Shit. Okay, let me think. It's about time I pinned down our old squirmy friend from the NOPD. I'll get him out of town for a bit.
What about Prince James?
Tell him I'm working on the case. I can't see him till I've got that manuscript, or he'll have my head on a platter.
You really think Mosley...
Yeah, the bum. But do me a favor and look around here, just in case I'm wrong.
Just in case.
Leave me the bike, will you? You can ride with Mosley.
What?
Come on, how can I keep an eye on the others if you leave me stranded? Please?
You can take Wilkes'
I don't
moped.
believe this.
Thanks.
I mean, Wilkes doesn't need it. I would pay to see Gabriel Knight on a moped.
The dumbwaiter locks. It must open onto another room.
And why is it again unlocked? Keep it locked.
New email.
New email. Temple of Solomon layout. Holy of Holies 30 and 30. Sanctuary 30 and 60. Porch 30-30. Alright. So 1/4, half, and 1/4. Got it. Let us check. The Serpent Rouge. We're at Scorpio.
3 is the Trinity and the separation of the spheres. The 3 which are the 4 are the divisions of the temple. I began my journey in the shadows and completed it in the light. I had marked the site at last, there in the center of the most sacred space. At the summit of the mountain, the place stood out in the brilliance of the midday sun. It was guarded by the 3 knights' towers, the rooks, on the circuit of the divine horsemen of the abyss. I wonder if the Temple of Solomon was what the Templars were building underground. The rectangular shape on my map seems to match the temple diagram, but Scorpio says the divisions are important. I should try to mark them out. The rectangular shape on my map seems to match the temple diagram, but Scorpio says the divisions are important. I should try to mark them out.
Alright. Let's think. Not sure if I'm doing this right, but I think I am.
That's it. The divisions of the temple. That's the porch down by Lebec. Then the middle is the sanctuary. And the third part in the north must be the Holy of Holies.
Holy of Holies.
Let's see. I had marked the site at last, there in the center of the most sacred space. We're ready to mark the site.
I mean, that's right in the middle. Hermitage. Unless it means this? No.
Let's see. I had marked the site at last, there in the center of the most sacred space. We're ready to mark the site. According to Scorpio, I think we're ready to mark the site. I think I'll just enter a point where I think the site should be.
So it should be actually
the
here.
Center of the Holy of Holies. I think that's the site. It's on Mount Cardew. I'll write down the coordinates.
The site. Now, are we on the next step of Le Serpent Rouge? Yes, we are.
At the window of the ruined house, I looked across the trees denuded by autumn. Close to me, a presence, its feet in the water, like one who has just received the mark of baptism. I recalled the inscription, Et in Arcadia ego, blank, blank, blank. Through some selfish inspiration, I found the missing three. The dust settled, and I saw at last. Curses, I know the truth. He is there, dead. The broken bread lies forgotten beneath the altar.
I mean, we know it's et in Arcadia ego vos. At least according to Gabriel.
Et in Arcadia ego, blank, blank, blank. It implies there's a missing word. A word with 3 letters, maybe?
Translate. Open file. Arcadia. Text. From Latin to English. Want to add a text? Yes. Yes. You. Wait a minute. Some note. Some verb to be in the first person form I am ego sum. See, translates the anagram parser. So now we add the sum.
Et in Arcadia ego, sum. That's the missing word.
Anagram parser. Are we there yet? There we go. I touch. Tomb. God. Yesu.
Oh my god. I mean, oh my god.
I touch the tomb of God. Jesus. Jesus. Alright, we solved that one. Now we're on to Sagittarius.
But the worst is yet to come.
Is it?
How many have pillaged the house, using the most sacred for purposes most foul? I turn north. Facing me, I see unwinding endless by its coils, the enormous red serpent mentioned in the documents, rigid and bitter. The huge unleashed beast at the foot of the White Mountain becomes scarlet with greed and drunk with stolen and profaned communion. Deliver me out of the mire. Turning to the north. Okay, that must be north of the site. I see the red serpent, rigid and bitter. Must be talking about some kind of landmark feature. I think Sagittarius is talking about some kind of local landmark, a snake figure. I ought to be able to find it on the map.
Then let's go look at the map then. Well, I see something very serpent-like. No?
Yep, that's it. That's the red serpent. That is weird. It must point out something.
And those are like old trail tracks, like train tracks. That's what it looks like. So Chateau de Zale had a train connection. I mean, for them it would be good to have such a thing so they can move their wine around a lot better. I like the wording in the walkthrough. The game is extremely persnickety about exactly where the points are placed. Persnickety.
I am aware of the scent of the perfume which impregnates the sepulchre of the one I must release, cursing the profane in their ashes, and those who follow their ways, returning from the darkness while making the gesture of horror at the abyss into which I had plunged. Here is the proof that I knew the secret seal of Solomon, and I had visited the secret places of the queen who watches over the king. Take heed, my friend. Do not add or take away one iota. Think and think again. The base lead of my words may contain the purest gold. Let he who has the understanding use it with wisdom.
I will use it with stupidity.
I want to take a break from Le Serpent Rouge for a while.
Good idea. A break would not be a bad thing anyway. So, let's go to the soy bunch. I should go make myself some food. But as always, first we need to take a look at kitty cats. Who's ready for some kitty cats? I know I am. Let's see who we have today at the yard and what they're up to. There's Shadow sharpening their claws. There's a Butthole. There's Gabriel.
Totes adorbs.
There's Willie sleeping on top of the kotatsu. And there's another Butthole. It's been a long while since we got in that double Butthole situation. One on each side of the yard. Alright. I shall return soon. Good food. Every turn. Oh, I will. Thank you. Yeah. What one was last English is the language. You better learn it, bitch. As I was trying to mumble my way through, I wonder when it was the last time I played Borderlands. And I don't mean 2, 3, or pre-sequel. I mean the original. Must be a long time ago. That's the insane thing is playing Phasmophobia. Let's see, Borderlands, the original. I played that last time 2016, 272 hours in it. And there's the enhanced. That's in 2019, 7 hours only. How many hours do I have on Borderlands 2? Yeah, 414 hours only. Last time we played it was on 2022 was the last time we played it. $110 hours in pre-sequel. And that was in 2016 as well. I wonder how many times I played the game through. 110 hours is... I played the game through with all characters and a couple of times with my friend. Yeah, I don't remember the game is that short. And Borderlands 3 I have played for nearly 45 hours. Didn't even finish the game. English is indeed a much simpler language. Also, when you spell English correctly. Nah, not here. We all make typos here. It makes English so much better. By the way, speaking of English. Would you go to a shop called Food Amusement Hanan? Food Amusement. Bar called Get Some. Hey, you go to a bar to get some, alright? Drinks, fights, women, men, depending. The brilliant future waits in you if a correct selection is done. Slow down, pleasure up. Aren't you vitamin deficiency? Do you eat vegetable every day? That would be a great drag queen name, it's vitamin deficiency. When carrying a parasol, please be careful to get in the way of other people around you. That's easy done with a parasol, especially. Those were all from English.com. Yeehaw! Oh, I'm stuffed. Oh boy. Ugh. Not too big. Everything around me is just too small. Good old Gladys. Read us Discworld? Of course I will read myself some Discworld. And the Read us Discworld is just I take a random book, random page, random line. Why was it that when she heard Granny ramble on about witchcraft, she longed for the cutting magic of wizardry, but whenever she heard Treadle speak in his high-pitched voice, she would fight to the death for witchcraft? She'd be both or not at all, and the more they intended to stop her, the more she wanted it. She'd be a witch and a wizard too, and she would show them. You fight the power, there, Esk. Yeah, that's equal rights. I've read Mort Equal Rights, currently reading through Guards. I also bought Reaper Man, Sorcery, and I think it was Pyramids. The latest books. I'm gonna roll off reading Discworld books. Because I've never read them, so... I read Mort first, then Equal Rights, and now I'm reading Guards. Yeah, Pyramids. Was the third book. Yeah. Reaper Man, Pyramids, and Sorcery. Don't know which one I'm gonna read first of those. Probably Sorcery. If not that, then pyramids. Anyway. Back to Grace's adventures in the hotel.
Signore Bukele, is it just me or does he seem particularly out of place here? Must be those black socks. Signore Bukele's room.
All right. First mostly, then Madame Bouteille, and now Signore Bukele, carrying a big newspaper with them.
Why haven't we found it yet? I'm getting very discouraged, I can tell you. I thought Dr. Wen had such promising leads, and with the additions we came up with...
We mustn't give up yet, Lily.
Perhaps. Oh, why can't we simply pay someone to dig it up? I certainly can't with my tendinitis. And you, no offense, darling, but you're taking too long.
Tendinitis?
I'm trying.
Estelle!
Oh, sorry. Anyway, you said we couldn't let anyone else in on it.
I know what I said. Oh, my. Dr. Wen must be right, mustn't he? The Great Seed absolutely has to be here. Otherwise, how can one explain that cache of Egyptian artifacts he found here in 1963?
Of course it's here. We'll finish up at the site today, then check the maps again tonight.
Not me. I can't, I tell you. If we don't find it, I can't carry on one step further.
Please don't say that, Lily. Everything's going to be fine.
I'm glad that Lady Howard is not a pompous ass. Oh, wait. Hey there, pompous ladies. I mean,
I'm sorry, Grace dear, but Estelle and I really must talk alone. You don't mind terribly, do you?
No.
Thank you, Grace.
I'd rather not. I've heard that shade of red dye can cause permanent optical damage.
how do you know it's not natural?
I'd rather stick my tongue in a light socket.
Please do not do that, Grace. It's not good for the light socket.
I'll go get the bike.
Now we can visit this, the northeast arm. We can go to the southwest arm. Or we can go to the site.
Well, this is the back of Mount Cardew, but I think the actual point of the hexagram is further up that way.
Ain't much to look at around here, and it's private property too.
Someone's fenced off this whole area. 3 guesses what it says. S-O-L in so many words. Who bought this property? And why are they so intent on keeping people out?
That's a good question.
Right! That's barbed wire on top.
And the problem is...
There's something stuck to the fence. Who are the Magi? Who's leaving these things?
Who were the Magi?
think I'm getting close.
This should be it.
It's right around here, under that pile of rocks.
Do you think the Magi were related to the four voodoo? Now, the sailors.
What's that?
It's called a handkerchief, my dear. Or a napkin.
It's a red handkerchief. Didn't Wilkes have one like that? He must have found this spot. Maybe that's why he was killed. Maybe Wilkes was getting too close.
What do you mean, getting too close? He got too close. He's dead.
I should go get the shovel.
Gabriel Knight version of Ryu. I see. Is that so? What do you know about the four voodoo?
I knew it!
Did you?
Not another one. Who could know exactly where I'm going? Not even Gabriel knows what I'm doing. Or cares, for that matter. Where was Osiris when the star shone over Bethlehem?
He was at home washing his tights.
It's a tourist sign from Mount Cardew. Unfortunately, it doesn't say anything but its name. There's a little stream at the foot of Cardew.
What a lovely little stream.
Well, I guess I should go up there and check it out. Wow, this is really nerve-wracking.
Do you know where I
think
can
I'm
find
close.
some Schattenjägers? Another note.
I hope that's not what I think it is.
Oh, you think you know you think what it think it is. It is.
The ones who wove the vine in the Pharaoh's days weave it still. The ones who would steal the sacred wine long ago seek it still. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's talking about the vampires.
You know what I'm talking about. I said what I said, and I meant what I meant, and when I said what I meant is what I thought. I don't know. English is hard, man. Leave me alone. Just stare at the tree and be happy.
Well, it can't be solid rock if trees grow here. On the other hand, there's not very many of them.
And yet they grow to a pretty nice size. So plenty of something nutrient here. Must be the minerals.
Well, it can't be solid rock if trees grow here. On the other hand, there's not very many of them.
There we go. X marks the spot. As we have learned from Indiana Jones.
That's the exact center of the Holy of Holies in the Temple of Solomon. But I think the temple is way underground.
Still dig.
I should go get the shovel.
Nah, get the jackhammer.
Guess I have to give it a shot. I thought so. If the treasure's down there, it is way down there. This mountain is solid rock.
Not according to the trees. Look at that. The ladies have come around here in the hopes of digging whatever they're looking for. Although I'm sure that Estelle is doing all the hard work, while Lady Howard is doing hard work by sitting around on her butt. How did I guess?
Lady Howard is a slave driver. I'd hate to be in Estelle's position. Hey, wait a minute. Lady Howard isn't actually doing much of anything.
She's thinking. It's hard work for her, you know. I'm getting so used to people mispronouncing my name. I said Estelle, not Estelta. Estelta. Estella. George. Ladies?
Finding anything, Estelle?
Not yet.
How'd you guys pick this spot anyway?
Out of the mouths of babes.
It's a perfectly sound analysis. Quite complicated to explain. Of course, we can't take credit.
Dr. Wen. Well, let's hope Dr. Wen isn't Wong.
Dr. Wen, huh? He needs to get a computer.
I got a feeling that Lady Howard is losing her mind if she laughed like that to her own joke.
Please, dear. My life is difficult enough.
Just a conversation, lady. Jeez. Debbie Downer over here.
It's an empty water bottle. With her right there? I think not.
It was worth a shot. Whee! Alright, where do we go next? That's Grace's walking sounds.
These seem to be all the rage at Rennes Chateau.
I mean, there's a lot of sights to see, you know. Straight out of her butt.
Hey, somebody's parked out by that big orange rock that's off the main road. VDG 945. Hello, Bukele.
They didn't know that a Bukele's moped license plate was so loud. Nobody there. Ah, Madeline this time. Apparently nothing to see over there. Now that we've seen that orange rock location, I wonder if it's opened up. Should it be open? Let's find out. Seems like Kelly is gone already.
Pet cemetery? I don't think so.
And if it was, then the manuscript is coming back alive.
Yep. Time for some elbow grease. Larry's manuscript. Why am I not surprised? And it still has its plastic cover, too. That should give us a few opportunities.
Yeah, just a few.
Aha. I got one.
You got two. And up three.
Aha.
A one.
There's one print.
A two.
There's a second print.
And a three.
3 prints. I think that's all of them.
I wonder who these prints belong to. I have no clue. No idea. One print, two print, red print, blue print. Yellow leather, red leather, blue print, schmoo print. Oh, you finished it. Nice.
Je regrette. The maid, she gets no answer when she knocks.
Hey,
Monsieur
James.
Knight must be out.
Merci beaucoup. I'll try again later.
Prince James is the hour.
Grace,
James, hello. It's nice to see you again.
I was trying to find Gabriel.
He's out in the valley, I think, working on the case.
Has he found anything?
I think so, but he better tell you himself.
I see, all right. I'm staying at the Villa Bethania. Some people were kind enough to offer it. Will you ask him to come by as soon as he gets back?
Of course.
Grace, thank you.
Perfect throw. Totally missed.
Well, he's back in the lobby now. Wonder where he was earlier.
At his home washing his tights?
I think Jean's a little over-involved with his guests. I can't say I blame him. There's not much going on with the locals.
Tried finishing the Agent Venom one I bought, but about 2/3 way through, I had to put it in the naughty corner. It may sound ridiculous, but it got too silly.
I've solved Le Serpent Rouge.
Have you? Did we? Is it?
That's the last page.
Huh. Alright. I guess we did. Solid. It's an Easter egg that you activate by setting up the flag egg. So that icon appears on certain things once you've activated the cheat code. And Grace does this. Whenever, wherever you click on that egg, she does it. There's some places with some really, really silly Easter eggs. And I just like doing it on Jean. There's also an Easter egg on the chicken that is outside and it meows. They're not as weird as in Phantasmagoria 2, but they're up there. Being just random weirdness. Oh boy. We're gonna get some lovely noises once I start analyzing these prints. It's gonna be the most annoying sounds that Sydney makes. SID, Schottenjäger Informational Database. What does the NEY stand for? Not even yours. No enemies yonder. Nothing escapes you. Or maybe it's a Schottenjäger Informational Database. No! You guys ready for some annoying sounds? Those with headphones, I highly advise you to do this. Trust me. You won't like these sounds.
Working.
Bukele, the sneak.
2 more to go.
Working.
Uh-huh. Madeline had her hands on the manuscript.
Working.
Mosley. Gabriel was right.
Blee, 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 blee. Blee, 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 blee. I like the Flash Thompson is a morally complex character who often does things against his own best interest, but then at some point he ends up in Vegas with X-23, Alejandra, the then current Ghost Rider, who is very reckless. Red Hulk fighting off the literal invasion of hell on Earth, which is being kept in check by an amulet that Johnny Blaze placed on a road sign, which is apparently strong enough to ward off both Hellstrom and Doctor Strange. I mean, what? That doesn't make any sense. Just reading that out loud, my brain already broke at halfway through. Sounds like the worst freaking story ever. They run out of ideas. It just went with what they threw up with the dice. It's like, okay, which story mode are we gonna go with? Alright, too silly. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey there, Gabriel.
I've only got one more stanza. Capricorn.
I thought you already
solved it. I am aware of the scent of the perfume which impregnates the sepulchre of the one I must release. Cursing the profane in their ashes and those who follow their ways, I return from the darkness while making a gesture of horror at the abyss into which I had plunged. Here is the proof that I knew the secret seal of Solomon and had visited the secret places of the queen who watches over the king. They must be talking about going down into the cave. Take heed, my friend. Do not add or take away one iota. Think, and think again. The base lead of my words may contain the purest gold. Let he who has the understanding use it with wisdom.
I use wisdom.
Hello?
Hey, Mose, you're back.
Yep. Gabriel and I, we had it out.
You did?
Uh-huh. Guess my little secret is, out in the open now.
Huh. Is Gabriel here? I've had some real breakthroughs with Sydney.
Yeah, Gabriel's right here. Just arrived.
He's holding a meeting in the dining room.
A meeting? Well, this ought to be interesting.
An interesting meeting. Oh. And also Unicorn and Zion. Or Noah's. It only gets better. The 4 heroes have to fight their antitheses. X-23 is hyper, jolly, cheerful. Red Hawks is a giant brain. And Ghost Rider is a literal preacher who attacks by reading scripture. Just fire them already. The writers, I mean. Comic books, man. Just comic books. Yeah. It's the only thing you can say about the story at that point is just comic books, man. I mean, that is definitely the kind of material that Linkara should, review. Just how silly the story gets. Like, how stupid can it get? I mean, it's not on Frank Miller level, but, getting there. Waiting for the repairman to install my furnace and winter insulation, while ironically I need to run air conditioning because the temps are going to reach 30 Celsius in October. It's crazy how it's 30 Celsius there, and here we have rain and 10 Celsius. We're almost at the same level of hemisphere. Like, it's crazy how hot it is out there in October. Insane. Anyway, Gabriel has a meeting. Not you, this Knight Gabriel has a meeting. This is where the thought plickens, my friends.
What's up?
Just a minute, Gracie. Why don't you take a seat?
All right. Fun time's over. I want to know what's going on, and I want to know now.
I have no idea what you mean.
Nor I.
Then let me give you a clue. Earlier today, I had a certain unpublished manuscript in my room. Someone took that manuscript, and that someone was... Mosley. Shortly afterwards, it was stolen from the first thief by... Madeline Bouthane. The second thief couldn't hold on to it either. It was stolen for the third time by... Vittorio Buccelli.
And the third thief disposed of it by burying it.
Really?
Yep.
But this is slanderous. You cannot prove a word.
Yeah. He can prove it. Every one of you left prints.
Santa cielo.
Merde. I admit it. I did take the manuscript, but I didn't do it for my own personal gain or anything. I'm CIA.
Aha! That explains it.
Outrageous!
God, Mose. Congrats.
Thanks.
Mademoiselle Bouthane, what's your excuse?
I do not know what you mean.
Don't you? Let's consider the fact that you have way too much equipment for a tour guide.
But I am technically minded.
And lethal. My guess is French Internal Secret Service.
You are much too smart for your own good.
Oh, and you, Signore? Or should I call you Father?
It is not illegal for a priest to travel without a collar.
Oh, but you're not just a priest, are you? You came on a train from Rome, yet you lied. You said it was Naples. Why tell such a pointless fabrication unless you were hiding something? Like the fact that you're with the Vatican.
That is not a crime either.
But stealing manuscripts is.
Perhaps it is time for you to reveal your secrets, Gabriel.
Sure. I'm a private investigator. I'm here about the kidnapping of Prince James of Albany's infant son.
James Stewart's son has been kidnapped?
When did this happen?
You really didn't know? Either of you?
No.
Certamente no. I came only to report on any activity in the area. The Vatican feels that there are certain subversive parties who are trying to fabricate stories. Perhaps even go so far as to stage certain finds, plant material. Naturally, the Church is anxious that anything of the sort be prevented and exposed.
Perhaps you are right, Signore. But we believe that there is something buried near Rennes-le-Château.
That's why you were given this assignment?
I have been watching Rennes-le-Château for a few years now. There are certain political interests involved, interests which might not be working for the long-term stability of the present French government. Besides, if there is an archaeological discovery to be made here, such findings should be controlled by the French authorities. We want to make sure nothing gets smuggled out without our knowing.
I thought you needed excavation permits to do any serious digging.
Hypothetically, but several parties have applied for permits. We can only deny them for so long.
Mose?
The CIA thinks there's something going on over here with the Freemasons, the Priory, and the Knights of Malta. You name it. We've got to make sure our interests are being protected. You know, the good old US of A. Well, they sent me on a tour as a kind of an audition, I guess. They didn't want anybody with legit CIA credentials. You know, anyone who could be traced. But I'll probably be starting full-time when I get back.
And the digging, monsieur?
Oh, intelligence got that tip from somewhere. I was just supposed to, check it out.
So it was the CIA who infiltrated our computer system. We thought it was the Priory. It is not the first theory we have had, I am afraid. Our cipher experts work on it when they can, and it appears this was another failed attempt. Right, monsieur?
I sure didn't find anything.
And now we can go, yes? I assume you have not found your kidnapper among us?
Doesn't look it.
You were very masterful, but you have not gotten everything from me yet.
Yeah, gotta get that
Perhaps you should
STD.
come by my room and try a little harder, hmm?
Yeah, that's the only thing missing, the STD from that Madame Knight.
And I always thought the idea of chastity belts was cruel and sexist. I finally get it.
I doubt they invented one strong enough for Madeline. Thanks for finding the manuscript. Where was it?
Bukele buried it out in the valley. I saw his moped from Blanchford.
Good job, Grace. As usual.
Prince James is at the Villa Bethania. He wants to see you.
I bet.
And there's some real progress on the treasure. With Sydney, I was able to...
I'll, come up later, okay?
Suit yourself.
I don't need to go back in the kitchen.
Darn. Well, this is the first time I've actually done that. Gabriel Knight is a coffee addict. Never made him drink coffee before. Good time for him to do that. Been up all night, well, almost all night. And now he's gonna go see Prince James. Ah, Monsieur Abbé.
Larry's here.
Apparently.
That must be Prince James's car.
We got another person to talk to before we go to Prince James. Prince James.
It's our best bud, your pal and mine, Mr. Priory of Sion.
Excuse me, Mr. Arnaud.
Pardon me, Padre.
Hello, Mr. Knight.
I've been meaning to ask you something.
And what is that?
I've been meaning to ask you about your association with the Priory of Sion.
Where did you hear such a thing?
Prince James's men? See, I'm working for Prince James. I came here to see about the kidnapping myself.
I see. Well, I'm not really surprised, though I would have expected more polish from Prince James's agents. Ce n'est pas d'importance. You will learn nothing from me. The Priory would never stoop to kidnapping a child.
And tell me, what sort of things would the Priory stoop to?
I have nothing to say to you about the Priory, Mr. Knight. But whatever you hear from Prince James, remember, It is their side of the story.
The Priory is trying to get official permission to excavate in the area, isn't that right?
Yes, but so are the Freemasons. Naturally, we have an advantage being French.
And what exactly are you planning to excavate?
Far more learned ears than yours have been denied that knowledge.
Really? Including yours? Have they told you what it is?
Really? Quel toupet?
Well, your mother wears army boots.
Excelsior Montreux, the owner of Chateau de Serras, is he a Priory member too?
Not at all. Why?
Oh, just wondering.
The Priory does have issues with Prince James, though, doesn't it? Political issues?
What could you understand about such matters? We have been working for centuries to get the bloodline on the throne of France. Do you know, we almost succeeded. Marie Antoinette was Desposny, and she had a son who would have been king. But the damned revolution ruined everything.
Yeah, revolutions can really fuck up your long-term conspiracies. I take it the Priory doesn't like the idea of the Stuarts regaining power.
In Scotland, perhaps. Not in France. Not over the European Union. The Habsburg-Lorraines are a much more critical line. Besides, we could hardly accept a Scot on the throne.
I see your point. Oh, those bagpipes can get annoying.
Not to mention that they might make the rule that everybody needs to wear kilts.
So there really is a treasure?
Beyond measure.
Well, so why don't you just go in and take it?
The Templars lived a long time ago.
You don't know where it is, do you?
There are certain disadvantages to keeping information in the hands of a chosen few. When the French Revolution occurred, the Abbé here was the guardian. He was forced to flee to Spain. His records were lost for decades. Then Saunier rediscovered them. He was a greedy bastard, and he was tormented by the Great Secret. He offered fragments of the documents for exorbitant sums. He fabricated and destroyed evidence, and died without revealing what he knew.
That's why you've leaked information, isn't it? You hoped someone would solve the riddle for you.
There is a season for everything, and the season for the unveiling is coming very soon. One way or another, the treasure will come to light.
What is it you're so determined to unveil?
One day soon, you shall know. Now excuse me, Mr. Knight. Oh, and I do wish you luck in finding the infant.
You mean finding the baby? That's my comment at the Abbé.
Oh, talking to the Abbé is like dancing without a floor.
And that means, Mr. Orleans? Always some motherfucker trying to skate uphill. Kilts are awesome, born out of a question of how can I hide more knives on my person that the bloody English won't find. There's a postal worker from Scottish bloodline. He wears a kilt to work. Nice. Hopefully it is not too bad for him on windy days.
I do appreciate your returning the manuscript, Mr. Knight.
If I'd known what Mr. Sinclair here was up to, I wouldn't have taken it in the first place.
Well, what's done is done. But I think it's time we had a serious conversation.
Absolutely.
About time.
That guy's the size of a small convertible. This was once Saunier's house. Nice, but kinda outdated now. He's not looking too happy today. Boy, he looks like he hadn't slept in days. Poor guy. Do you consider yourself to be a bloodline descendant, Prince James?
Well, it may sound foolish to you, but a belief in our lineage and the responsibility that it brings has been the motivation behind everything the Stuarts have done for centuries. You see, we take our heritage very seriously.
Probably. I don't know.
So, you think the kidnapping is a response to Sinclair's manuscript, to its positioning you as the head of the bloodline?
It's not just the manuscript, but yes.
Have you received any demands from the kidnappers, or?
No. Look, I'm willing to give up my claim forever if that's what they want, as long as my son is safe. But we don't even know who to contact to make such a concession. The Priory swears they're not responsible, and no one else has come forward. My God, I'm at the end of my rope.
Perhaps it's not political.
If I let myself even consider that it might be the night visitors, I can't imagine what they would want with...
I'm sorry. I know how awful this is. What are these negotiations between the Freemasons and the Priory about?
Because of our common heritage, there's certain wisdom and property that's shared. And now that the dispute over the bloodline heir is coming to a head, these things must be settled.
You're trying to get permits to excavate out here, aren't you?
I don't know where you heard such a thing. But I admit we have been hedging our bets, in case negotiations go badly.
What kind of property do the Freemasons have?
We have a few of the treasures that have always been sacred to the descendants of Moses.
Like what? The Ark of the Covenant? Something like that?
I'm not at liberty to say, but the bloodline treasures are dispersed. Whoever takes the mantle, in the end, will want them. All of them.
So kind of like the treasures of King Graham in the first King's Quest. Just gotta go find them.
What about the Priory? What do they have that you want?
The Priory controls the treasure the Templars couldn't take with them to Scotland because it was embedded in the very landscape.
The treasure of Rennes-le-Château?
Yes, but they're not to touch it until we've agreed on a treaty. You see, we have things they want too.
Does the grapevine motif mean anything to you? Viticulture in general?
Yes. The wine of communion represents the blood of Jesus, and the grape represents his body. And the grapevine, in some circles, represents the desposony, the house of David. You have heard Jesus called the fruit of David, I assume?
Of course.
Where did you see such a motif, Mr. Knight?
Oh, it's in the church.
What about my son, Mr. Knight? I'm willing to tell you certain things, but please, have you learned anything new?
I've narrowed it down to a few suspects. In fact, I was going to follow up on that right now.
Very well. Mesme and I will continue our own efforts. We'll see you back here this evening, then.
Absolutely. And, try not to worry.
I do appreciate your tenaciousness, Mr. Knight.
Yeah? I've had shots for that, but never mind. I'll see you.
What an extraordinary man.
You don't know the half of it. He almost got killed by a voodoo ritual and also turned into a werewolf for a moment. He's been through a lot. I'll go get the Harley.
I'll go get the Harley.
Let's go check up on our #1 suspect.
Classy sign. Snooty, even.
All right, there's Snagglepuss.
Now that is downright rude.
That the gate is closed?
They're closed.
He won't stop us.
Uh-oh. It's Marceau.
The chateau is closed, Monsieur Knight.
I noticed. Well, I didn't see a buzzer down at the gate, so I had to come up. Now, I hate to bother y'all, but I'm leaving the area today, and I really need to ask Mr. Montreux just a few more teensy questions. Oh, please.
Oh, wait here.
I sense you might be expressing a certain flippancy towards this game. What do you mean? Q? Discord?
My apologies, Mr. Knight. It is a very bad day for visitors.
I'm sorry, Excelsior.
Boy, I've had some of those. This is probably really inconvenient, but I'm leaving France today, and I was hoping to feature Sarah's in my article. You made quite an impression on me.
Did I?
Oh, yeah. What I was really hoping was to snag a few more bottles of that Merlot. My editors won't let me give anything 5 stars unless they've tasted it, and boy, that Merlot deserves 5 stars.
Oh, well then, I applaud your taste. Of course I can get you more bottles. I'll have Marceau open the tasting room.
Actually, I'm guessing, well, you guys have a wine cellar. Am I right?
Yes.
Could we go down there and get the wine? It'd make a much more romantic opening for my article. I could just make it up, but as you said yourself, God is in the details.
I don't believe I said that, but I couldn't agree more. I'll take you down myself.
Oh, this is a great scene.
I knew this place would be great. I was reading about those Roman mines they had around here. Does this cellar attach to anything, like that?
No. Ah, here it is, the 76 Merlot.
I've been thinking about what you said. About how the breeding of grapes is like the breeding of people.
That is not what I said.
Oh, it's a terrific analogy. Maybe even the angle on my new story. So would you say this Merlot is like, say, a king of wines? Or just a gorgeous camel? Look at that. God, am I an idiot?
No, please, don't bother. It's...
Ow!
Oh, my. Cut yourself.
Oh, it's nothing.
You are asking about the wine? No, not a prince. Our little Merlot. Then again, it's not exactly wine in the box either. But yes, it's eminently drinkable.
Right. Oh, gosh, look at the time. I have that flight to catch. Thanks. See myself out.
As soon as blood comes out, blood comes out, he turns into a creep. Showing his true, color?
I wonder if there's any chance that door could be... Well, I can always try. Hey, it's open. Uh-oh.
Guess even vampires have to fix their car. There's a car in here, but I can barely see it. Guess even vampires have to fix their car. They're storing something in here. Maybe supplies for the winery. A black sedan. I knew it.
Everybody hear those sounds? I wonder what's making those sounds.
What's up there?
They're called bats.
Most sacred. After tonight, the adepts will converge in Cairo.
Yeah, those are the guys from the train.
Shit. Voila, Mission Knight. What are you? Look, it's the man from the train.
You need a breath mint or something?
I noticed that you have got some kind of voice problems there.
Oh no, it's Radu. He is a vampire.
Michel!
I'm pondering of ending early today again. We still got quite a bit to go, and I don't think I'll be able to end it here today. But if I leave it here right now, we would be able to end it next time. Get to the end. There's still a lot to do, especially with the final area of the game. Too long without any blood to drink. His throat is parched. Makes sense. Makes sense. But first, most annoying ASMR, apparently. I'll make a save first. Overwrite, yes please. I shall override it with the name of towards the final stretch. Yeah, it's only 9 p.m., but yeah, it a little bit tired from today. Had a lot of work to do. But it would be best to leave it here, because next week we can finish the game. There's not much left, but it would be a bit too long for today. I think if I really tried to do it now, probably would be 2 hours. I mean, it's the final puzzle, so in the final area that take a long time to do. So I don't want to try to push myself too far. But first, let's do some ASMR. I changed the decided to change the text into something better. So now it's just ASMR. I have no clue what I would do for ASMR. Oh, we'll see what I'll come up with, if anything. I mean, I still have like 55 seconds to go to think of something. I think I know what I'm gonna do for 1 minute. And who knows if it's going to be very annoying or just a sound. is ultrasonic. Now, if you count my tinnitus for that, then it would be just a high-pitched squeal, but only I can hear it because it's in my ear. All right, everybody, prepare yourselves for the most annoying ASMR. It will begin in 5 seconds. It will begin now. The room really gives it quite the echo. And there we go. ASMR done. It was this. The clip on my phone. It's magnetic. So it really goes into place. It's a magnet. That's what I was doing.
Where could he be?
He's at home washing his... Okay. I guess that's the only joke I could think about whenever somebody asks that question. And I can only wonder how many people actually get that reference. Towards the final stretch.